Welcome back to Entice Conversations. You're here with your girl Felicia, along with my co-host.
This is Ernest, aka Esquire. How you doing today?
I'm good, Miss Moore. How are you?
Fantastic. Never had it so good.
That part.
That part. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
That's
had it
always
so
great
good.
to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is always good
I'm
to
going to
hear.
work on that. One of these times, y'all going to hear me. What are you going to do? You're going to be like, did
Well,
she say that?
I'm be happy that you said it. I'm be definitely happy that you said it. Like,
Yeah,
we can spread that.
I agree.
Spread love.
I know. I told you to put on a
Spread
shirt.
love. We need more love nowadays. Stop being
Facts.
angry all the time.
Facts.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Well, you know what you're mad about.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
It is.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Felicia.
Yes, Mr. Moore.
What are we talking about today?
Woo. I am sure that a lot of people that are in relationships and or marriages can relate to this one today, Mr. Moore.
Okay.
So we are talking about the 20% temptation.
20% temptation.
Mm-hmm.
Say that fast. 20% temptation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
what is that?
That is, there's an 80-20 love rule that's out here.
Y'all always coming out with something.
It's been a topic. Okay. So basically what it's saying is that it's your need versus your want. So 80% is everything that you need from that person in a relationship. But the 20% is all the stuff you really want. And so a lot of people chase that 20%, thinking that the grass is greener on the other side.
Okay.
But you know what I always say about that?
What do you say about that, Felicia?
You still got to water that grass.
Yeah, you got to put some manure down, some fertilizer, all that's good stuff.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes. So,
it takes work, basically.
It takes work. So you're just jumping from one job to the next. You still got to put the work in. Yeah.
I don't think most people are looking to put the work in, but they want the rewards. What do you think?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. They're just out here just like hot and heavy, and I don't get that from home anymore. But this one's giving me all of this passion and looking at me a certain way. Let me go see what this 20% doing over here.
Wow. So before we go any further, we got to get this in, right? I want to thank our audience, those who have been with us from the beginning. Thank you so much.
Yes.
For rolling with us.
Yeah.
We're growing, as you can tell, as you can see. We're continuing to grow. If you're new to the show, please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. Help us grow our audience so that more people can get involved with the over 40 quandaries and good things and how we navigate through life nowadays. It's something.
Yes, it's different.
It is something.
Yeah.
Them knees crack a little different now.
Right.
Yeah. Them knees crack a little different.
It is. It's pop, locking, and dropping.
Right.
Not like you did in the club back in the day.
I can only imagine Felicia back in the club. I can only imagine what that was like.
Oh yeah. Good thing there's no footage.
We gotta find some footage.
No, we don't need to. It's okay.
Don't need to? Okay.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So 20% temptation.
Yes.
So are you telling me, Felicia, that we can't find 100% of everything we need in one person?
No.
No?
No, that would make a perfect person. And there's no such thing.
Okay.
No. And that 20% that I was speaking about, it's not it doesn't always have to be on the sex and passionate side. Maybe you are chasing or wanting someone that likes to cook or likes to go and hang out certain places or be romantic or some things like that.
Okay.
But it's the, I don't want to call it shortcomings, but it's the only thing I can think of at this moment. But it's whatever you feel that you're not getting from your significant other, even though you're getting when you do your pros and cons.
The pros are the cons.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the pros are the 80 and the cons are the 20.
Exactly.
So why not just ask him or her for it?
It should be a discussion.
Why can't you just ask for the sum of the 20? Because you're not going to get it all, right?
Right. You should. And I would hope that that person would at least attempt to try to do some of the things and not be what I call TFT.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I ain't ready for this one.
Well,
are y'all ready for this one? What is TFT?
Tit for tat.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. You know, you bring something up and they're like, well, you're not doing. Okay, but see, now you wasn't even thinking about what I'm not doing until I brought this up, and now you want to TFT me? What? No, let's stay on subject.
Let's stay on task.
Yes, this is what I need from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have these conversations and they go awry, do you come back again? Because here's the thing before you answer that. Everything's about presentation.
Absolutely.
Right? So how are you stepping to your significant other, asking about that other 20%?
Yes.
I think that's just as important as your ask.
Yes, it is. I never, we've talked about this before. I don't think you should ever do things when you're in your emotions.
Absolutely.
So when you're upset or pissed off with them, that is not the time we need to talk or throwing up the 20% like they're daggers, you know. But mine is always, we need to talk. I got a question for you.
Boy, I tell you, I would not want to be.
Most men don't want to hear
we need to talk.
Y'all don't like that, do you?
God, no.
Is it because what? You don't think any positive, nothing good is
going to come out of that? Not absolutely nothing.
You know what? We're gonna surprise y'all one of these days.
Ernest, we need to talk. Oh my God.
And then you know what? She's gonna be like, I want to let you know how much I appreciate you.
No, she's not going to do that.
That's what's going to happen.
That's not how it's going to go down. Because usually when it's we need to talk, it's something we need to talk about that I haven't done.
Yeah.
It's always a man's. Well, you know what? Maybe we should flip it.
Oh, yeah? And tell us this?
You know, sweetheart, we need to talk.
Oh. Yeah, that would make me nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make me nervous.
We need to talk.
Yeah.
Like, talk about what?
And then to do that, like, during the day, we need to talk when we get home. Like, can you give me a hint? Like, about what? What do we need to talk about?
Right.
Don't just leave me out there like that.
Right.
That's just not nice.
Please don't do this during football season when football game is on. Because now I'm really salt.
Right. No? Okay, so your
team isn't on. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No.
Okay. Well, listen, y'all ladies that are with someone that is heavy into football like Mr. Moore is.
I'm one of many.
Yes. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that at all. Just know that don't come when the game is on.
You know,
or it's about to come on.
You know, again, let's talk, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put y'all on game.
Okay.
Right. There's Sunday where there's football all day long.
Yes.
Monday night football. Thursday night football.
Okay.
That's 3 days. You got Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
No.
To talk.
No,
talk.
I am not gonna hold it to. So you're saying Sunday football, Monday night football. So if I have something to talk about, I gotta wait to Tuesday?
What we talking about?
It don't matter. I just need to talk.
See? That's what you got girlfriends for.
No.
Go talk to them.
This is between us about this 20%. Okay, we need to talk about this 20%. So, yeah, but I mean, I can get how the we need to talk is yeah.
Thank God it ain't basketball season because I wouldn't know what day to tell you to how that be.
Let's see. So, yeah, you know, what are some of the things that you think you would want versus what you need out of a relationship?
See, and that's the thing. Guys aren't going to talk about that.
No.
We don't need to expand on that.
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree.
So I'm not saying that there's 20% that we want that we're probably not getting at home.
Right.
The difference is we're not going to come to you about it. Most men.
No, I agree.
Most men ain't going to come to you about that.
I agree. Yes. No.
We got other people for that.
Yeah.
My work wife, I'll tell her about it.
Your work wife?
Yeah, I'll tell my work wife about it.
You like saying that, don't you?
I haven't said that in a minute.
Yeah, well.
Right? It's been a while since I said work wife.
We're not with that work wife.
No?
No.
Okay.
Because you know that work wife turns into, what was that man and woman that got busted at that concert? Hugged up the CEO or something and the HR director.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. See, that's what work wives turn into.
But what if the wife knows about the work wife?
No, I don't think she's okay with that title.
You don't think so?
No, that's your coworker.
All right.
That's your
That's it.
Can she have a work husband? You're okay with that title? Hey, babe, this is how it goes. Hey, babe, this is my work husband, Darnell.
Why is that gotta be Darnell?
No, you're not gonna pick names.
Why you gotta use Darnell?
I don't know. But that's his name.
That's a cheating name. That's a work husband name. What does Darnell do?
I don't know what Darnell
Darnell
does.
work in the mailroom. Work in a warehouse.
He does not. Darnell probably got a great position. He is the CFO of the company.
Truck maintenance. Okay. I'm just asking. I don't know, right?
Right.
Darnell, can you come check my brakes?
Yeah, the work husband making sure your brakes is good. Woo.
No different than a work wife making sure you're fed.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me put this on out here.
Okay, put it out there.
All right.
Can't wait.
Let me find out that you got a work wife, Michael.
Say again.
Michael. I just want to make sure.
His name.
Yes. Let me find out. It's not gonna be none good.
It ain't.
No. And then me being Petty Betty.
Petty Betty.
Yeah.
What Petty Betty gonna do?
Petty Betty's gonna go and get her work husband.
2 of them.
Yes.
Cause she petty like that.
Yeah.
Okay, one before lunch, one after lunch.
You know, yes.
And they know about each other.
That's right. That's right. So let's not start anything.
Yeah,
We'll be good.
We don't want that smoke. We don't need that smoke at all.
No.
Because then I'm gonna have to come up there to the work job to help my man out. Just in case.
So you got his back.
Yeah, I got your back, Mike. Don't worry.
Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
No, but see, guys aren't going to talk about that to their significant other, their wife, their girlfriend, whatever. Yeah. They're just going to be like, you know what? long as I got peace and quiet, I'm cool. I don't want to rock the boat. She does all this over here great.
Yeah.
I can bypass this over here.
Okay. And that's what we end up doing, even on the ladies' side. I think we do this pros and cons list, and it's like, well, he does do X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C. It's fine.
I got a question.
Okay.
What if he ain't giving 80?
What is he giving?
And I'm not saying like in its totality, but maybe he's giving 50%.
50%?
50% of your needs. You still got that 20% of your wants that's out there that ain't being fulfilled.
No.
Then what you want to do?
I don't. 50% is not high enough.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I don't. No, 50. No, not 50. 50%. I feel like you're not even trying. That's just too close to 40, going the wrong way.
So back to the original topic, like 80%. So that means he does or he meets the majority of your needs.
Yes.
It's just that small percentage that he doesn't, or she doesn't. So my question is, why can't we just have that hard conversation at the right time, when we're not emotional,
right?
And see if we can work this out.
Yes.
Now, if you've already done that and you had the conversation, what's next?
That's a good question. Maybe counseling?
I would say counseling therapy.
But counseling should not be just utilized when the fire has started. And I think that's where people are going wrong. They think, oh, let's do therapy because we're having problems in our relationship. Therapists that help you communicate better. Okay. So if you can, before the fire, get in front of a therapist and let's talk about, what is it that I need from you? What is your expectations that you have from me, and vice versa? That will help. But I was doing a little, just small research, right?
Just small. Research?
No statistics here.
What?
But most people consider need is love, loyalty, stability, comfort, and connection.
Okay.
But that want is excitement, attention, passion. So, Mr. Moore, going back to you.
Ma'am.
Could you handle 80% of everything I just listed and not have excitement, attention, and passion?
If it were completely eliminated, no, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what are we doing here?
Your roommates. I don't know. Well, no, roommates are not gonna love and provide stability, but yeah, you gotta have that.
You gotta have. So here's the thing, especially if we had it at one time.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
In the beginning, it was the passion, it was the excitement,
right?
It was the spontaneity, and then now that you got me,
yeah, it's just dissipated.
Man,
it's gone. Right? Yeah. No, don't do that. And that's what caused people to chase it.
That's what caused people to do it.
Chase that 20% because they are seeing over here that Darnell, that's the name of the day. All right.
You go with Darnell again.
Darnell is able to provide those three things that falls under that 20%. The attention. Then you find out he's passionate. But is it worth risking the 80%?
What if the 20% is self-imposed?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, I've gained weight. I don't feel attractive anymore. You know, what if it's that?
I mean, so are you saying that she is telling him that these things that she
Or
doesn't
she's feeling that.
Okay.
Like, I've gained weight, so I don't feel attractive anymore. Or my eating habits have gone this way.
Right.
Or I don't want to do it this week because I'm tired. Or, so it's only so many times we're going to try and make an attempt and you keep saying no.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Or I got a headache.
Yeah.
Or my period is on.
Because on that headache part, a little bit of vitamin D.
Knock that right out.
It will. Because a lot of times it's just tension. You just need to relax a little bit. Yeah.
But she keeps turning down, or he keeps turning down the advances. What if he turning it down?
That says a lot to me. If he's turning it down, you need to be concerned. I feel like he's turning it down because he's getting it from somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
That's what I feel.
Maybe he tired.
All the time?
I don't know.
7 days a week.
Damn.
Every week.
Damn.
For months.
Damn.
You tired. You need to go see a doctor. That's not normal. So you got to change some lifestyle. Yeah, you got to change your lifestyle. Yeah.
Vitamins?
Yes, vitamins. Yes, going to work out and all of those things. All of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a dilemma here. If that 20% is no longer desirable.
Right.
Now we got a problem.
Yes. Yeah.
But so, Felicia, you know how I am. I'm all about green flags, right? I'm all about how do we overcome this?
Yeah.
Right. So you got that 20% that's out there.
Yeah.
And I think what we try to do is we try to cover all that 20% and say, I want you to do all of this.
Yeah.
Instead of giving small measurable wants so that we can get back to where we were before.
Yeah.
Because at one time he was 100%. Or you thought he was 100%.
You thought he was. Yeah.
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 So ladies as well as men, if you're looking for that on the other 20% and you have that conversation and you go to therapy or counseling, try to work on the smaller things or the smaller goals first.
Yeah.
Before trying to tackle all 20%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I can agree to that.
By doing that, you're not boiling the ocean. You're not boiling the ocean.
Say that for the people in the back.
Yeah, don't try to boil the ocean.
Yeah.
Because when you try to boil the ocean, you'll never get there.
You're right.
And then then it only compounds the problem.
Right.
So, do something small. Okay. If the intimacy is no longer there, you go grab his butt.
Just
yeah. You go kiss him on his neck.
Right.
See how he responds.
That's a great idea.
Right?
Yeah.
If she's not doing it, then fellas, you go grab her booty.
Yeah.
Right? Go grab her booty. Right. Go kiss her on the back of her neck.
Right.
Give her a standing massage right where she is.
What is she like?
That's okay. That's all right. Slow it down.
Okay.
Slow it down.
Right.
Don't give up just because you're met with some opposition.
Right.
You know where her points are. Or you should.
I would hope so.
You should know.
Yes.
Whether she likes her shoulders rubbed, if she likes you to touch the small of her back, if she likes her temples rubbed, if she likes a kiss on her forehead, if she likes a little extra time in a bathtub, get your loofah brush out. Like, you got to get creative. Like,
you do.
Here's what I say. Fight for what you want.
That's
and it doesn't always mean physical altercation. Like, go get yours.
That's right.
Go and fight for that back.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't have to encompass the whole 20%. Start out small.
Yeah. Most people want to start doing those things when they're worried that you're going to leave. And it's like, at that point, I don't want the 20%, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. But we'll see, Mr. Moore. We'll see what.
Well, we hope that our Entice family, if they are going through the 80-20, which I believe a lot of couples are.
Of course.
It's just that they're not speaking on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
But if they are going through that 80-20, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And then let's put some action items behind it. You know what? We both work hard Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, we're going out of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're just going to go out of town.
Just go.
Right? Yeah. We'll be going, I don't know. Just get up, go. Right?
Yes.
Do a little quick staycation.
Yeah.
Go rock climbing. I don't know. Go for a walk around the park together.
Yes.
There's so many activities that can be done.
I think what's also important while you're doing those things is to agree that we're not going to talk about certain things. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the bills.
Right.
We're not, talking about these kids, grandkids. Let's focus.
Felicia, you got grandkids?
No, we know Felicia has no grandkids.
Dante?
Well, let's focus on conversations about us or other things.
Put the phone away.
Definitely put the phone away.
Put the phone away.
Yeah, definitely put the phone away.
Yeah, get a little basket or put it in the car in the glove compartment or something. Get the phone away.
Yeah, yeah.
So that you can have a uninterrupted conversation. But here's the most important thing. You got to want it.
You have to.
You have to want to get to that other 20%.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to want it.
You have to want it. It all starts with communication, though, because they're not mind readers. So if it's something that you feel that you need in that relationship, communication, the timing of the communication, and I like what you said about not putting it, starting with the small things.
Yeah, start with small stuff.
Not putting it all, at one time. Like, I need you to do this whole 20%, like now.
No.
Yeah.
Start with the small stuff.
Yeah.
And then grow, and then you can grow into the next level.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's some of the problems that we have. We look at that 20%. And if it gets to the point where she's upset or he's upset, now you're in hyperactive mode.
Right.
Where you got to, no. Like, okay, babe, listen, all right, maybe I was.
Yeah.
And own it, right? Maybe I was not, doing what I used to do.
Right.
Give me time. Give me the grace so that I can do better.
Right.
So that I can get better.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think a lot of times we don't even give each other the opportunity or the space or the wherewithal to try and do better. It's immediately, all right, I'm out. Well, let me go find.
That is true.
Darnell over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me go over here and find Tracy. Because
Tracy?
Yeah, she gonna bring me.
Tracy sounds like she got a good position at a job.
Yeah. No, Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy gonna give you.
Tracy moving on up in corporate America.
Right. Yeah.
She doing her thing over there.
Right. Right. Yeah, and that's what we want to prevent.
Right. We don't want that.
Yeah, people looking outside of their relationship to try to get it from somewhere else. Yeah.
When they had it in a relationship in the beginning.
Yes.
If they never had it, then you can't fault them.
Right.
But they had it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Unless you're with them for other reasons.
Such as?
Money. Money is always.
What are you complaining about? Did the money run out?
No, the money ain't run out.
So then you shouldn't be complaining
The passion ran out. But there was never no passion.
Yeah. So it was transactional.
She got money though.
Right.
She ain't got no passion.
Yeah. But you driving a nice car.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Got a fly crib.
Yeah.
Family come over like, yo, you done blew up. Like you done came up like the mob.
Yeah.
And it's all her. But she won't even look at you.
So what about the ones that got, like you said, for other reasons? So money, but sex is a big one.
Okay.
So that all that lust and sex, and because he's hitting my spot, or she knows how to, whatever y'all say, she know how to squeeze and squirt. That is what the relationship is built on. And you're going in reverse of trying to get to know the person. Then how do you work through that? Because technically you didn't have that foundation in the beginning to get to know them. So how do you work past these percentages when it was built on sex,
lust?
Okay. Yeah.
And there lies the problem.
Yes.
So now we got to start all over from the beginning.
All over.
And we got to sit down and we got to talk and ask each other, have a moment where there is nothing causing any kind of interruptions.
Okay.
And just ask each other 5 questions every single day. Something as simple as that.
5 different questions.
5 different questions every single day.
And they have cards to help you.
They got cards to help you with that. But I still prefer the natural, organic way, right?
Okay.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite flavored ice cream? Where do you see yourself in 30 days, 90 days, a year, 5 years, 10 years? Are they aligned with my goals? Right? So since you put the sex before,
I know.
Right now we got to dial this thing back to the beginning and talk about, are we really compatible with each other? Because after I hit it, then what?
Right.
What's after that?
Yeah. Yeah.
After she put it on me, then what?
Then what? Yeah.
What we gonna do? Just sit there and look at each other?
Yeah. And now you find out you don't have to.
You gonna lay in a wet spot just looking at each other like,
No. And now you're saying you don't even have that much in common. Yeah.
So when we ain't hitting it no more, now we've got absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Now we got a problem.
That's a huge problem.
Now we really got a problem.
Yeah. That's a huge problem.
A lot of relationships are built off of that, right?
Right.
So I talk about this all the time, levels, right? And there's levels in dating.
Yeah.
So when you're dating somebody, put your hormones aside for a moment. Let's find out if you can even stand being in the same room with this person for more than 5 minutes.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Can they hold a conversation? Maybe you don't want to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
But you guys have to have some kind of common ground.
Yes.
Prior to dry humping, booty rubbing, swapping spit, swapping spirits, the whole 9.
As fun as that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As fun as all that is.
Yeah.
But like I say, after that, if you don't have a firm foundation,
exactly.
I believe a woman is to be sought.
Yeah.
She is to be sought.
I agree.
Go find her. But when you find her, you got to put in the work. She's got to put in the work to ensure this is the right one.
Yes. Yes. And you hear that a lot from therapists of starting, let's just reset. Let's start over. Let's start doing some of those things. That's what they talk about, starting to date each other.
Absolutely.
Again, you know,
plant some flowers in the garden or something.
Yeah,
together.
Like it's just all about doing things together. Let's not talk about the things that annoy us in life, you know. And let's talk about things that we love about each other.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I want to make sure that our fam that's out here in relationships, marriages, and even if you're not, these are some things to look towards or look forward to. So yeah, but share with us what you think your 80-20 would be. You know, rather if your 20 would be if you're not getting sex, or if he's not doing enough around the house, or whatever your 20% would be that would possibly make you just peek out the window and see, just, yeah, you know, it's a conversation that you need to have with that person.
For real.
Yes.
For real. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's your homework assignment, fam.
Yep.
Let's find out how we can minimize that 20%.
Yeah.
How can we minimize that 20%? Well, with that said, you know, we always hear every Monday at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
We'll see you next Monday at 7.
Yes.
So much more to talk about.
So much.
Once again, don't forget, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share. You can also go to enticeconversations.com, find all our episodes. You'll find us in all your podcast platforms everywhere.
That's right.
And of course, you can also reach out to us on social media, right?
That's right. That's right.
Felicia stay on social media.
I try to. Yes.
She's a superstar, so especially
here
on
you
TikTok.
Go. You know, I'm trying. Okay, I'm a baby, but I'm trying.
She's growing up real fast on TikTok. Check her out.
You guys make sure you check us out at Entice Conversations. Until then, we will see you in 7 days. So have a blessed week.
Enjoy. Love each other. Peace and blessings.
Good night, fam.